goes in and does community service and help my wife on certain things in this town. I want this town to be the best town that it can be in New Jersey. And if we don't have individuals that are not gonna be back behind us, then give us some solutions so then we can have this better. I'm tired of hearing the same old complaints. We have problems. I like solutions.
I'm gonna make this quick. Arlene Pfeiffer, 494 Mary Street. Basketball courts and pickleball, are they opened dawn to dusk now? Everything looks great. I mean, we're getting out of winter time, so nobody's running around. But a few of them, like I think pickleball was locked during the day. Are we gonna have like posted times when they'll be open so residents can use those facilities? They really look great.
I believe so. I think we're gonna new signs for we have to officially open and let everyone know they're there.
Okay, great. They look great. Thank you.
Can you repeat that, please? Take care of that back there, sir.
The hours. Just looking for the hours.
I heard you are.
Ordering signs. Ordering signs.
We ordered the signs. We're waiting for them to be commented so we can post them up and make it noticed to the public.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Amy Eversmeyer, 203 Front. Amy Eversmeyer. I'm here to ask about the sign ordinance. I went in about a month ago to the township and asked for a copy of the current ordinance, and I handed this 149-88. So years ago, we had a historic district. We had a historic commission, and we had a sign review criteria. Do we no longer have that? Every sign had to be reviewed before it could be heard by the planning board.
Good evening, Mr. We no longer have a dedicated historic review commission here.
In Mount Holly?
In Mount Holly.
So Mount Holly is a historic town. It's listed on the register, National Register of Historic Places. We have a historic commission.
That's purely advisory. Right.
Well, it could be advisory to the planning board. But, well, it wasn't advisory.
Yes, it was.
I was a chairman for
It
like
was
10
advisory.
years.
Okay.
To the planning board for certain things, but you needed a permit. You needed a sign permit, so before you get a sign permit, I don't want to say this, but the microphone. Before you can get a sign permit, you had to submit your application to the historic commission. And I can tell you that those signs downtown would have never been approved. There were no interior lit signs. You know, we're a historic town. We don't want that. But, so now we do? Like, who's making the decisions?
So currently our construction official approves all the signs.
Who's the construction official?
All are. Can give us that.
So what criteria is he using to approve?
Code that's provided to him, I think it's through the state, right? Again, the post construction code.
Historical commission stopped something from working when you're happy.
As you mentioned that.
Okay, so I have
That's it.
the land use book. I have those sign criteria. So why wouldn't we want to go back to doing something like this?
I agree.
Thank you. I
They
mean,
stopped.
We're a historic town, right? Does anybody want to see these fluorescent gigantic signs flashing all night long? It's bad enough, like who decided our town was going to go to pot? Who decided that that was a good thing? The state of New Jersey has 100 pot dispensaries in the whole state. We've got 4 here. We're going to get 5 in the whole state. So many towns are saying, no, we don't want you in here. It's like, how many can we support?
We're capped at 5.
We're capped at 5. We are 2 miles big. We have a population of 10,000 people. Why do we need 5? I mean, were there hearings? Were there hearings on this? Okay, could you answer my question though about the sign we do?
Recap that, Bob.
No, the sign we do.
You just answered that particular.
No, I want to know if we could go back to having a sign review criteria for our historic district. We have a district.
We can consider
We are
it.
registered on the National Register.
We can consider it.
We need a commission. We need a historic preservation commission. Yes.
We can consider it.
That would be great.
You're looking for architectural guidelines, standards, is that what you're looking for?
Yes. Secretary of the Interior Standards. I took many classes. I did it for 10 years. We have people in town that are well qualified.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other thing?
Good evening, my name is Christopher Ledger. I live at 48 Church Street. First of all, I would like to thank the FBI for coming by and taking out the people at 43. That was a fun endeavor. I got to see that at 7 o'clock in the morning. So if anyone doesn't know that happened, it happened. Apparently federal marshals, state marshals were down too, but that was down Shreve. So there was a lot of stuff going on the past couple weeks. In relation to the signs though, I do remember reading this in Article 12 of Design Standards for Mount Holly, New Jersey, regarding pot. So if you search the term pot, this will pop up. Added 7/19 of 2022 by ordinance number 2021-10. For cannabis-related businesses, signage may contain the name of the entity only, and no signage reflecting a cannabis leaf or leaves or other symbol will be permitted. The word cannabis may be used, but not marijuana, pot, or any other common terms for cannabis. No advertising signs shall be permitted. No display of pricing shall be permitted. And this is literally in the standards. Like this is right here in the ordinances. So my question is, why do we have a sign with a marijuana leaf right on High Street? For what business is that?
Pot.
No, what's the business? Fuller? Filler? Filla. Ah, all right. So apparently that's what's going on there. See, I don't really smoke, so I don't really know. But at the same time, it's like you're walking up and down, and you do see a pot leaf. Now, the other thing is, I do know this ordinance is supposed to be enforced, and the violation, to my knowledge, is about $1,000. I can't really call the violation for this right now because I'm not going to search it on my phone, but my question is, why is no one doing anything about this? Because I believe I brought this up about 2-3 months ago.
I'm going to let Tom address that.
Mr. Ledger, we actually are. I got a call last week from Mr. Hardifer, and he's concerned about the ordinance that you read into the record. The effort has to be coordinated with the CRC, which is the Cannabis Regulatory Commission. So they've been notified, and I believe that they've notified the business in question. So it is, contrary to your assertion, we're actually on.
All right. And one more question I have to ask, because I have been in touch with the landlord that owns 43, 45, and 47. I believe the name is Robin, not Robin Winsinger, it's a different Robin. She owns the 3 houses. They were bought from Chuck Hassel a while ago, and she's been trying to get the police reports in regards to 43 for the past year and a half. I mean, she was on the phone with me almost crying trying to get those police reports because she can't kick the people out because they're Section 8. So as long as they pay their $150 for the monthly fee, they get to live there. And it only took, a couple of years, a whole gunfight on October. And then on top of that, there was a gunfight in August. And there was also a fist fight. I mean, I have it all on camera. I recorded all that stuff. And the other thing is, I mean, she can't even use my camera footage in court because she needs the police reports. So the judge is turning her away because the judge wants police reports. Now that the FBI has gotten involved, that's a whole different story. It's not SWAT, it's not police, it's federal. So my question is, you gonna do something?
Police matter, can't speak on anything.
I know, but it's in the record
You
now.
understand, but we can't. Legally, we're not allowed to speak on those matters.
Don't they report?
But I can.
You can.
So that's the
You
thing,
asked
is now
a
it's in
question,
public
you made a
record.
statement, and you asked us a question, we answered.
I got you. I'm just saying now it's in public record. People know, like, Robin's trying.
We will talk to the police chief
All right.
about
Thank you.
those things, but you can't speak on them.
Richard Dow, 232 Rutland Avenue. And a couple of things here. I can find them. But first off, I'd like to say that having this agenda with all these resolutions and the ordinances on here has been a real bonus. So now I'm what I want. First of all, I'd like to say that I not only support everything that Amy Eversmeyer said, but I also, being a member of the Historical Society, not the Commission, can 100% verify exactly what she said. As far as it being an advisory commission, Jason, yeah, but it also had an enforcement part to it, including what windows could be used. I mean, it was detailed. I can't remember the fellow that we actually paid to handle that, but we did actually pay for a person that enforced those different requirements. I also support Jeff Evermeyer's focus on the township properties, lack of maintenance, and also agree 100% that why would we allow businesses to open on the second floor of some of our buildings when we have first floor office space available. Going to Mike Rothmo, and the PA system needing to go around to you guys and the professionals. Yeah, this is great. It's great having this, but you guys need it too, in my opinion. Basketball ordinance. Yeah, why not work on a basketball ordinance? I know actually a basketball court on the street and kids in the street is obstruction of traffic. That could be called into the police. But having, mentioned here that the basketball courts are open, new basketball courts as well as pickle courts, there's no reason why our children in this town can't use the facilities that all these grants and everything else are paid for. Let's see, I think that's about it. I probably missed something, but that's all I have. Again, thanks for this. Like you guys to have one, and all of you guys.
I'll be the last one. Thank you. Good evening. My name is Luis Lopez on 98 Rivers Drive. I want to say thanks to the administration about the open request. I'm just curious about that house. I was raised next to that house. When I came to Mahali approximately 24 years ago, I was curious. Second is, happy late birthday. There's two celebration, RV dance team, they won the first competition. It's a congratulations to our national champion RV dance team who placed first place in intermediate hip hop, second place in recipient of innovation choreographic award and small battery kits. That's from RV. And rest in peace, our famous actor, mentor, and the creator of the Dragon Ball, Akira Matsumoto. He used to inspire me to watch Dragon Ball since the 1990s. And I also thank to that person who helped me to get a free iPhone 15 Pro at no account to my Verizon bill. I appreciate for the person who helped me out. And thanks. Yesterday, all them leave, they were picking the trees. I stayed behind an extra 40 minutes. I filled up the food trash bag. I went all around the park. I filled up everything. I lived by the trash, and I gave the picking back. I love doing that, and I love my hobby. Thank you very much.
All right, I see there's no more. We're closing the public portion. Public comment portion of the meeting for tonight. We're gonna move on to the consent agenda. All items listed with an asterisk are considered routine by council and be enacted by one motion. Should a council member wish to discuss a consent agenda item separately, that item can be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence. All right, we have resolutions 2024-40 to 2024-45. Do you have anyone you want to move or vote on separately?
2024 40.
All right, we're gonna vote on that separately. Anyone, anything else, bless you?
No, that's it.
That's it? All right, so we're gonna take resolutions 2024-41 through the 2024-45, the approval of the bill list, the approval of department head reports, and one motion. So can I get a first?
Motion to approve consent agenda.
We have a first.
I'll second.
We have a second. Roll call?
Ms. Astor?
Yes.
Ms. Bergman?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Banks?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll take resolution 2024-40. Resolution appointing the Director of Recreation for the Township of Mount Island. Can I get a first?
Motion to approve resolution 2024-40.
I have a first. Seeing there's not a second, I'll second. Roll call?
Ms. Astor? Ms. Bergman? Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Banks?
Yes. So 2024-40 has passed. All right, so we're gonna move on to matters to be reported by the township manager. Josh, you have anything to add? Thank you, sir. Tom, anything?
Nothing to that, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, matters presented by council, starting with Berkeley. Do you have anything?
I sure do. Yeah, so just a few things. Number one, I would like to thank the folks who came out yesterday to take care of the collars that are on the trees from a grant from several years ago in order to close that grant out and also to keep the trees from dying and choking off. There was a handful of folks who came out and in the rain, in the freezing, and knee deep in water, took those collars off, specifically Mike Rothmel, Randy from afar, giving us instructions and directions on how to get it done right. And Luis and Lopez and Arlene Pfeiffer and John Pfeiffer. I appreciate you guys coming out and giving us a few hours on your Sunday morning to make sure that happened. We'll have one more moment that we'll have to get out there and do the ones that were actually underwater yesterday. So stay tuned on that. And I will say that that's a good example of how things are getting done around here. Just kind of like picking up your tools and going out there and making it happen. We are accountable. We need to do what we need to do for you guys. But I also do appreciate when people are able to roll up their sleeves and get out there and all chip in and help. So I know, Mayor, you put up a lot of opportunities along the way. We'll continue with those, I'm sure, once the weather gets better. So stay tuned for all those opportunities, I'm sure. Agreed on the Historic Commission. That is something that I think was, they imploded or internally disbanded themselves. I think all kind of similar to the way that our Environmental Committee did the same thing. I feel like the environment probably wasn't great for them, and it was, and it just fell apart. I think it's crucial for this town to have
people minding the historic value and look and feel of our town. So I would encourage anybody to reach out if it's something that you're willing to become a part of. I'm happy to start, trying to facilitate getting a meeting together, figuring out how we get that off the ground again, and that's both environmental and historic, because both of those are key to the success and the future of our town. Also, in recognition of Women's Month, looking at just a couple of dozen of amazing women that I know here in the room, and I'm thankful for all of you. Moms, raising kids, raising neighbors' kids, part of the village, people with, working hard, small business owners, people who work for big business, everybody in between. I see you out there getting it all done, doing multiple of those things, and I really appreciate you all. And I was thinking on International Women's Day last Friday about how lucky I am. I'm standing on the shoulders of giants here, thinking about my own family, my own mentors. I've always been lucky and blessed to be surrounded by strong, smart, beautiful women, this continues to this very day with some of the women even just here in this room. So I appreciate, and I see all of you. Let's see, what else? I think that's it for me. Oh, nope. Jim, great job on the St. Patty's Day festivities. We appreciate you. I can imagine the amount of work that goes into putting like that, and you have to make some tough decisions, and sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate with us, but you forced straight through it, and it was another great moment for our town. I appreciate all you do to pull off those types of events. That's what I've got. Thank you, guys.
Can you hear me in the back? So far. First, actually, to sort of resonate on what Kim said. Sometimes we forget, not that long ago, women literally got beat in the streets and lost their jobs, and their families got thrown in jail just fighting for the right to vote. And we're here now, so it's easy to take those things for granted when we really live all those experiences. So Friday, International Women's Day, the whole month, Women's Month. So thank you for all the women. We've got a couple of questions, and then I also do want to, I'll comment on the residents' questions and comments first. And there's been a lot of concern about the big giant neon sign at Pula, and hopefully we'll get that resolved. It definitely does not reflect the historical vibe of our town. Being a cannabis retailer is a whole different issue. I mean, that's legal, but I'm in agreement with the sign not fitting the vibe of the historic downtown. Hope, I totally understood what you were asking. I know that the last agenda that is on our website, the UEZ, is dated from 2022. I was looking for that myself. Hopefully moving forward, we'll have agendas and minutes for all boards and committees that are required to do so. Now, for my own comments and questions, I don't know, a few residents already said that microphone is the one microphone that we're having, is that correct? Just this one here? Okay.
This was the first meeting.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, because I gotta remind myself to speak loud so you can hear me, because otherwise I'm wasting everyone's time. Okay, so hopefully we'll get that done, because that's very important. I did ask someone to go by the MUA building, and there was no sign there, so I did make a sign with a Sharpie and ask someone to take something up there. Can we maybe for the next meeting, until people get used to it being over here, that we could put a notice saying that meetings are not here and they're there, because I feel bad some people may not know that it's here now. Just a suggestion. Also, a lot of people ask me, I don't know who it is, it's not me. Who's in charge of our Facebook page? Who decides what information gets posted on it? Because people assume that we all are involved. I don't post on the Facebook page. Do we know who that person is, or is it a group of people? Okay. Just some questions about things that they're seeing and not seeing. Okay. All right. Oh, And I apologize, I had a crazy busy work day, I could not email a lot of questions. February 29th was the deadline for applications for rec committee and our environmental committee. Are we gonna, did we get more applications?
Well,
We
sorry.
got one.
Got one.
And then we have the two from December, okay. And will we, at the next meeting, will we appoint the new members in the next meeting?
We don't have enough people for a board.
Oh, what about the current people? Would any of them want to be on the board again?
They didn't apply.
They didn't apply. So just everyone that's on the rec and environment committee now just don't want to be on it anymore.
There are people already on the environmental. We have an environmental committee already set.
Okay.
So,
But the rec
rec
committee,
committee, there's no one has,
okay,
there's not enough to fill a committee at this particular.
okay, I wasn't sure, but the environmental committee does have enough people.
Yes.
Okay, and are we appointing any new people to the environmental committee? Are there spaces available?
I haven't seen it, I haven't seen a resume yet.
I believe.
There was one in December, and I know some.
I know there's a new one, but I haven't seen a new one, so I'm not.
I just wanna put
I'm
down-
not sure say when we're going to appoint
Okay,
anything.
cause I thought it might be on this one, cause I remember looking back at that February
Available
29th.
to make appointments,
Okay.
but.
They didn't get there yet for as far as
Okay,
I know.
so we still do, okay, and has the environmental committee met this year yet? Okay, but they will be, okay, and, okay, sorry, I have all these questions. Okay, a lot of questions people have asked me, I sent a couple emails, but I'm gonna be redundant. Will the planning board and the environmental committee meet at the MUA building or here? Do we know?
The environmental committee will definitely meet at the end of the way, but nothing
Okay.
for discussing the plan.
And the planning board is still in discussion, okay. Where can someone get that information if they want to know where the planning board meeting is gonna be next week?
As of now, it's 37 Washington Street.
Okay.
Change will be updated.
Okay, so it's 37 Washington, that's next Monday, March 18th, planning board, 37 Washington, thank you. Okay, hold on a second, write that down for myself. Okay, and the township does pay the MUA to rent that building, correct?
Not this year.
Not this year, we're not paying, so we're getting it for free. That's awesome, okay. Gotta make sure. Any questions? And this is something, Tom, because you're a friend, that you might be able to help. Our new UBZ director was hired by the UBZ board, correct? Or the township, which one was it?
I believe Township.
The township or the board that hires the UBZ director? I just wanna know to make sure that I don't like communicate inappropriately to a township employee versus.
Was there a resolution that was approved?
There was, I think, a reorganization, and I'm trying to think of the appointed director or just members.
We appointed members
We just put
before,
members
and then,
on the board.
because I was looking, I was reading the bylaws,
She's talking
and
about
I just wanna make
regards to
sure
the director's position.
the UBZ director, does the UBZ director answer to the township or to the UBZ board?
Yes, to both.
Answers to both.
Yeah.
So is it inappropriate for a council person to email the UBZ director or not? Is he a township employee, or does he answer to the board?
The question is again?
Does the UBZ director, he answers to the township and the board?
Correct.
Okay, so if the council person has a question, such as when a meeting is being held, would it be inappropriate for a council person to email the UBC director?
In the past, and I think, with our form of government, we go through Mr. Brown's office, to address those.
If I can't get a timely and, a complete answer, is it inappropriate for me to email the UBC director or planning board? If I need an answer of where a meeting is going to be held?
I would respectfully, I would hope that it would be a matter of great urgency that you could do that, but, yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I don't wanna be inappropriate. I know we're not supposed to communicate with township employees, but, one thing that I did promise was that I was going to be transparent and communicate. And I know it's been very confusing, including for myself, what meetings are being held, where and when. Oh, and by the way, for the record, the planning board is going to be at 37 Washington next week at, 6 p.m., not 7. The time has also been changed to make sure to get there at 6 if you're interested in going. And then lastly, the 2024-40 resolution for the rec director. No disrespect, I don't know the individual. I looked at the resume, seems like a great candidate, but I did not get an opportunity to see all the other applications. Wasn't aware of the complete interview process or who interviewed them, just to be like more educated and conscious of who we are approving. I chose that it was better to abstain than to vote for someone and then find out that there were other applicants that may have been more suited. I don't know because I didn't see the application, so no disrespect to Mr. Jones. I'm sure he's going to be amazing. I think that's it. Thank you.
Just like to thank everyone for coming out tonight, and also to ensure that thank the fire district for the usage of the great facilities. Thank you.
Cool, thank you. All right, before I finish up, if we get out of here, Josh, you have a second. You want to shed some light on that particular process for the recreation director?
As for the recreation director, there were about 20 resumes that were given to us. We narrowed it down to 6 people that were based off of, I guess, salary requirements and qualifications. Out of those 6 people, 3 department heads interviewed those individuals and narrowed it down to 2. Once they got down to 2, I interviewed the person and selected the individual.
Thank you. Sorry for couldn't hear him, but he was pretty much answering the questions for my councilman.
Okay.
In regards to that, so I didn't know what he was doing.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Like I said, for the wrap up everything, we appreciate everything. I know we're missing one member today. I know he's not feeling well. But we'd like to thank everybody that came out for the parade. Jim Logue and his committee did a phenomenal job. The weather did not cooperate, but I'm pretty sure most people that attended had a great time. I mean, we had a great time. So we had some lasting memories for that as well. And this is Women's History Month, so we have a lot of amazing women throughout history. It piggybacks off of Black History Month as well. So you have a lot of individuals throughout the month. We're still beginning the month, so I know we're gonna have some more information coming out for individuals that will be highlighted for that as well. So I appreciate your concerns in regards to that. You're not being disregarded, not being forgotten. So I appreciate that. But like I said, we have so many individuals to do. We try to make it informal for everybody and make it fair for everyone as well. So you'll be seeing some more interesting things come out throughout the month. I'd like to thank the fire district for allowing us to use this particular building for now. This is temporary until we have the bank building hopefully fully operational sometime soon. We don't have a time frame yet, but that's something that's going to be in the works hopefully before this calendar year is over. We'll give you more updates on that as well. And in regards to that's all I have. We'd like to appreciate everybody for coming out. Enjoy these facilities while we're in here, because this is not something that's open all the time. You can see the history of this particular building, the history of Mount Holly in regards to being one of the first fire relief companies in America. And the oldest. Yeah, so that makes it
The oldest.
Yes. Yeah, it makes it the oldest. Yep. It's the oldest. So, like I said, we appreciate being in this building. And just like moving forward, we'll look to see if, I know this room carries voices. I know individuals that sit in the back, you can maybe move closer until we figure out a solution to get more microphones, or if this building, or if it's still the next building, move it into the next building, we'll figure that out as well. But we'll see you guys next month. I think the meeting is April 8th, right? Monday, April 8th here at this location at 6 p.m. So, with that, we're done. So we're making enjoyment. So I can get a motion to conclude this meeting.